Hey everyone, my name is Nick McClary. I'm a third-year student in the Doctor of Physical Therapy program at the University of Tennessee Health Science Center, and I'm also a personal trainer. Today I want to give you a workout that you can do when you need to stay quiet. Say that you're in a room and your roommate's studying, or for any other reason that you need to stay quiet. I'm going to give you a workout that consists of 5 different exercises that is going to keep the noise level down. So with this workout, you can perform the first exercise, for example, is split squats. So you can perform all 3 sets of split squats before moving on to the next exercise, or you can perform the split squats, 1 set of those, and then the planks, and then the push-ups, etc., all the way through the 5 exercises, and then take a break, and then do it 2 more times for 3 total rounds. So I'll leave the choice up to you. So I'll go ahead and start. The first exercise is going to be a split squat. So this has a little bit of advantage over lunge in that you don't have to move as much and you can stay a little quieter. But what we'll do is we'll assume a lunge position. So we want to get our feet not too far apart, but relatively far apart to where our knee in the front is going to stay just behind our toes and we're not nice and up and down with our thigh. Alright, so split squat, we'll start high, go straight down, and back up. I like to barely let my knee touch the ground, but I don't want it to jam into the ground, just barely tap it. And if that's a little too tough, you could just start out higher and not go down quite as far. But I would encourage you to get down further. One thing I also want to encourage you to do is when you're coming down, make sure you control that knee. Make sure it stays right in line with your toe and that it doesn't cave in when you're coming up. And if it goes out a little bit, that's a little better than going in, but I really want you to focus on not letting that knee go in. For the split squat, we'll perform between 6 to 15 reps on one side and then switch sides and do the other side. Now for the plank, a lot of people perform these incorrectly. What we really want to focus on is pulling our rib cage down and posteriorly tilting our pelvis so that we're really squeezing and engaging our abs. If we kind of get sloppy with our core, we can let the hip flexors take over too much and then our abs aren't getting the same type of work. So for the plank, we're going to assume the position on our elbows and our toes. And before we come up, I like to engage, pull the rib cage down, flex the pelvis, and then hold the position. If that's too tough, you can come onto your knees and do it. So again, before we start, let's make sure we got a good position, and then we hold. And you can even hold the position at the top of a push-up. It's a little bit easier to be on your elbows, but it also requires a little bit more upper body strength if you like to focus on that more. So straight from the planks, again you can perform those for 15 seconds, anywhere to a minute plus, but don't go quite to failure because we're going to do push-ups next, which also require you to brace with your core. So now onto the push-ups, which we'll perform for 6 to 15 reps. Force hands a little bit wider than the shoulder width apart, going to the toes, coming right down beside the chest, and back up. You can also perform them on your knees. Next, we're going to go straight into the side plank. Same thing, rib cage down, posterior tilt that pelvis. Make sure you're holding good. We're going to go into our elbow and our toes. Make sure we have a straight line. So we'll be about right here. Also make sure we're not coming down too much, that we're keeping a straight line. Same thing on this one with the planks. You can go to your knees, make it a little bit easier. And so we'll do that one again, 15 seconds to a minute on one side, then we'll go to the next. The last thing we're going to do is to kind of balance out the pushing. We're going to do some back exercises. And so what we'll do is we're going to do isometric holds. Try and hold for about 15 seconds to 30 seconds. These won't be quite as difficult. I'm going to demonstrate them here before I get on the floor. First one will be a T. So we'll basically make a T with our body, pick our hands up off the ground. Next will be a Y. I like to point my thumbs to the sky. We'll make a Y with our body. Next we'll make an L, and then we'll make a W. So what this looks like is we'll get on the ground, and then we're just going to hold our arms up. So we're having to stabilize with our back muscles right here. So we'll hold for about 30 seconds. We'll come And we'll make a Y. Hold it for about 30 seconds. We'll come, take a break. Go with the L. Hold that for about 30 seconds. And then we'll do the W. Same thing, holding that for 30 seconds. So I hope that gives you a good idea for a workout you can do when you need to stay quiet. Thanks.